Today we will discuss Android platform architecture. This is the block diagram of Android platform architecture. It is one of the most elementary concept of Android development. It has number of layers, each layer group together several programs. In this video, I will walk you through the various layers in the Android stack and the function of their responsible for. Let's see each individual layer of this Android platform architecture. Here just I listed the different layers of Android stack. Let's discuss those things. The first one is Linux kernel layer. Then the second one is a native layer. Then the third one is application framework layer. Then the final one is application layer. These are the different layers of Android stack. Let's see the first layer of the Android platform architecture. This is the first layer of Android platform architecture. It has audio, keyboard, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, display, camera and shared memory, and the main is power management. The first layer of Android platform architecture is Linux layer. At the topmost, the Android stack is the kernel layer. It never really interacts with the user and the developer, but it is the heart of the whole system. Its importance from the fact that is it provides the following functions that I have listed here. It will provide these functions to the Android development. The first one is the hardware abstract, then the memory management programs, then security settings, power management software. Then we getting drivers. The drivers are the programmer that control hardware devices. Then it will support for the shared library. As we mentioned in the diagram, shared memory, it will support for that. And then the network stack, the Wi-Fi, the USB and the many network stack also it will support. The first layer is the kernel layer. This will support these things. And the most important is power management. It will manage the power and it will supply the power. It will control the power management. This is the second layer of our Android platform architecture, that is the hardware abstract layer, that is also known as HAL. It has audio, Bluetooth, camera, sensor and many more parts. These are the important points of this Android. Let's list important points of this HAL. The Android applications uses HAL APIs to get service from the hardware devices. The Android HAL uses functions that is given by the below the first layer of our first layer, that is the kernel layer. It will get some functions to serve the request from the Android applications. Android HAL is a vendor specific layer implemented in C and C++ language. The HL implementation is hardware specific and varies from vendor to vendor. A developer needs a standardized approach to implement the Android HL across vendor and hardware to reduce the time, cost, effort. The standardized approach will reduce the time, cost and the effort. This is our third layer of Android platform architecture, that is native C, C++ libraries along with the Android runtime environment. This Android runtime environment is most important, and this as along with the native the libraries. In this native C, C++ libraries we have Web Toolkit, OpenMaxAL, then libraries, then the media framework, then OpenGL for the graphics. Now we will list some important point of this third layer. The NDK is nothing but the native development kit, which makes it possible to write app using the C and C++ code. It provides hardware and libraries that allow you to build activities and the user input, use hardware sensor, access the application resource. Then we have some of the advantages of this NDK: increasing the performance by sorting big data, and complex algorithms, CPU intensive tasks, many more things. Then the second one is utilize the power of existing library written in C++ or using the own native code. Then comes the third advantage is create cross-platform solution using Android and iOS. Then the one more advantage is leverage direct low-level programming, that is hardware operations. This is about the third layer. This is the most important part of the Android development and Android platform architecture, that is Android runtime. This has two parts. One is Android runtime part and the core libraries. The important points of this Android runtime environment are the Android runtime environment is an important part of the Android rather than an internal part, and it contains a component like core library and the Dalvik virtual machine. The Android runtime is the engine that powers our application along with the libraries, and it forms the basis for the application framework. The core libraries in Android runtime will enable us to implement an Android application using standard Java programming language. This part is most important for the Android development. Now we will move to the fourth layer of this Android platform architecture. This is the block diagram of a Java API framework, that is the fourth layer of Android platform architecture. It has content provider, view system, the most one is the view system, then the manager. The manager is a block that has activity, location, package, notification, a resource, and telephony and window. Let's see the important points of this Java API framework layer. The Android platform provides Java framework APIs to explore the functionality of some of these native libraries to the application. For example, you can access OpenGL through the Android framework's Java OpenGL API to add the support for drawing and the manipulating 2D and the 3D graphics to your application. And this layer has some important parts like a rich and extensible view system, a resource manager, a notification manager, an activity manager, and content provider. You can go through this point by pausing the video. Let's see the final layer of this Android platform architecture, that is system application. This has the dialer, email, calendar, camera, and many more things. This is the top layer, that is system application. This is the user interface layer. Let's see the some important points of system application. The system application, that the Android comes with a set of core applications, for example email, messaging, and calendar, internet browsing, and the contact, and many more things. The system applications are pre-installed applications in the system partitioning with your ROM. This system application is a simply application that is placed under the system and in the application folder on an Android device. System application is read-only folder. Android device user do not have access to this partition. Hence, user cannot directly install or uninstall applications from or to it. These are the most important points of this system layer. This is the top layer of this Android platform architecture. This will interact with the user, and you'll get some of pre-installed application. As we see in our mobiles, when we purchase the mobile, we get a pre-installed application. For the example, I have listed Android version, API level, and Linux kernel level. That is, I started from 1.5 to the 7.1. Thank you for the listening. Have a nice day.